There we go. Good evening, everybody. It is Monday night here at the BTA Network. Since it's Monday, that means it's time for Monday Mayhem, which means we'll have some stories that didn't quite make it in the radar, but we might actually have a few that did. But we'll talk about that later. Anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I am Oddbog Stream. I'm currently online with four of my crazy cohorts. First, to my immediate right, we have our master and creator Frodo, who's throwing up the middle finger.
Yep, and you can't forget what's at my arm.
Oh, yes. Our official mascot, Maddie.
Maddie.
Yep. To my left.
I know he's hard to see, but he's right here.
Yep. Anyway, to my left, we have our resident joker, Mike. Hello, Mike.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday.
All right. Below right, we have our Arizona Sunshine, Janet. Hello, Janet.
Oh, hello. And right now it's emphasis on the bloody damn sunshine.
And finally, below left, our Van Hoofsing, Scott. Hello, Scott.
Hello, everyone.
And keep an eye on the chat. Hold on. Keep an eye on things in the chat room is our man from the Broxajo. So, sup.
So I was just going to say, our Janet isn't just our Arizona Sunshine. She's just our sunshine, period. No need for the Arizona to that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you, Frodo.
Hey.
I try to be the sunshine for everybody, but sometimes I'm not very successful. There are a few people in this room that know all about it.
Mm-hmm.
Right, Shirley?
Right.
Right, Von Hoofsing?
Yeah. I believe so.
But I'll tell you what, it's nice to... I've never had a friend like you guys.
Hey.
Well, we try. But like I said, so one thing we got to talk about today is the Oscars. And I definitely have to make mention of the winner of the Best Animated Show, which was K-Pop Demon Hunter.
And they also won the Best Original Song for Golden. But this is where things get a little how should I say this?
Hairy?
Cringy.
Soft?
Cringy? I guess.
I was gonna say hairy.
Yeah.
Sus?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think sus might be good. Alright, so here's what happened. Now I
Kind of like Mike is always sus.
Yeah. Actually, here's what happened.
That was for me.
I actually watched the video after seeing them win the best animated feature. And just when she was about to start thanking everybody, they started playing the music. And it's like, really? Yeah. And then I find out, you see, I didn't watch the other one, but when they won Best Original Song, once again, they got cut off. So they got cut off not once, but twice.
No respect.
Why?
No respect.
Well, I think part of the reason they got cut off, and this is not an excuse, this is just what it is, is I think that they were trying to move stuff along because whatever fucking reason, but it's still a bad reason.
It is.
Yeah, because
Because
they let what was it, Adrian Brody? He had like a 5-minute speech. Does that make any sense? No.
No. They do it to anyone else? Or just K-pop demon hunters?
You know, I'm not sure. That's a good question.
So who's going to do research for our premiere show? Our Friday premiere show. Who's going to do the research?
We'll work that out during the week. I'm not worried about it right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But anyway, Oscars cut. This is out of Forbes magazine. Oscars cut K-pop Demon Hunter speech short. Fans are furious, and in this case, rightfully so. Alright, so, at this year's Oscars, the Netflix and Sony Pictures animation hit K-pop Demon Hunters won both Best Animated Feature and Best Original Song for Golden. EJ, Ray, Ami, and Audrey Nuna took to the stage to perform their Oscar-winning song, backed by dancers in Korean-inspired attire, waving shimmering gold flags. Meanwhile, the audience cheered them on by waving K-pop light sticks, just like in the movie. Nice. Alright, but what was meant to be a celebratory night for the K-pop Demon Hunters team was marred by the award show abruptly cutting off one of the Golden Songwriters during his acceptance speech. 6 of the Golden Songwriters, EJ, Mark Sonnenblick, Jongyu Kwak, I am sorry if I am mispronouncing these names because I don't know Korean very well, Yuhan Lee, Hee-dong Nam, and Jong Hoon So walked onto the stage to accept the award for Best Original Song. EJ stood in front of the mic giving an emotional speech that lasted less than a minute. Growing up, people made fun of me for liking K-pop, but now everyone's singing our song and all the Korean lyrics, she said. I'm so proud. I realized this award is not about success, it's about resilience, she continued. After saying a few thank yous, she turned to her fellow songwriters and asked them, is there anything else? Lee then stepped up to the mic saying, I would like to thank... Stop. It was at that point that the mic cut off and Lee's speech was unceremoniously...
Unceremoniously.
That's hard to say. Interrupted by some of the...
Unceremoniously dumped.
Yeah. In this case, it's unceremoniously interrupted by some of the loudest music heard at the Oscars all night. EJ was seen shouting, stop it, please, and Sonnenblink even jumped up down on stage to signal for the music to stop. All of it to no avail. The lights were dimmed, and the Golden Team continued to be played off the stage as the show cut to a commercial break. Even the boos from the audience weren't enough to convince the show's producers to let Lee finish his speech. Ooh. And here, like, some of the...
Somebody's gonna catch hell. Somebody probably caught hell today.
Yeah, many viewers were furious at what had occurred and took to social media to express their shock and anger, calling the incident rude, disrespectful, and even racist. I'm not going to say names, but here are like some of the... I think these are like some of the tweets or possibly from threads. I'm not sure, but let's see. Alright, here's one. The fucking disrespect to play off the songwriters of Golden while they were accepting the award for Best Original Song. That's some bullshit. Let's see. Literally once in a lifetime moment, and it's not like they've gone long at all. Literally so many others got so much more time, even turned off the lights on them. What the fuck? Let's see. One, at the Academy, get new producers, cut the bullshit skits and unfunny banter. Seat all nominees closer to the stage, and cut the footage of them walking off stage. Nobody cares. Give the winners the respect they deserve. It's 2026 for fuck's sake. Let's see. Them cutting off the writers of K-pop Demon Hunters is super fucking disrespectful. That was straight up racist, bro. What? The Oscars turning off the lights and mic while the Korean songwriters of K-pop Demon Hunters accepted their award really is on par for America in 2026. SMH, they deserve better. Let's see.
You know, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna speak before you finish because I just gotta say a few things.
Go ahead.
To be frank with you, I think anyone who has a problem with people of different races needs to check their fucking
genealogy.
Prejudice and they're fucking prejudice at the damn door.
That, but also I think they need to check themselves into a insane asylum because, to be frank with you, anyone who thinks that they have the right to dictate to someone else how they can live and what they can do, I'm sorry, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I'm not going to apologize for that because the fact of the matter is these people made history.
Yeah.
These people deserve to be able to celebrate their fucking prize. They don't deserve to be cut off.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, I don't give a shit who
Yeah.
the fuck you think you are. You, whoever you were that decided to cut them off, you deserve to have your fucking balls cut off.
How about fired? A little bit less severe.
Well,
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 I'm
go
willing
ahead,
to
Janet.
go to the heavy
Janet
level.
has her hand up.
okay.
Well,
Go ahead,
let's
Jan.
let Frodo finish. Let Frodo finish.
Honest to God, I'm so sick and fucking tired of this whole racist shit going on in this country. I'm so sick and tired of people thinking that just because someone's different from them means that they have the right to fucking disrespect them. And I know exactly where it boils down to. And I'm not going to say it, but we all know exactly what I'm indicating here. The fact that we have people in government who have decided unilaterally that people from different ways of life don't deserve to have fucking respect.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, but no. Everyone fucking deserves respect.
Yeah. All right, Janet, you want to say something? Go right ahead.
You know what? I agree with you. They need respect. K-pop Demon Hunter and every other nominee in the Academy Awards, they worked their asses off for a year or longer
Mm-hmm.
to get the chance to be up on the red carpet.
Yeah.
And then to be disrespected like they were,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
especially K-pop Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
didn't see the episode, but
You mean the movie?
I didn't see the movie, but I
Yeah.
say more power to them. Because they
I
worked their asses off.
yeah, I know.
Well, doesn't that,
I did watch the
okay, go
movie.
ahead.
Yeah, I did watch the movie on my birthday in the theater. It was a good movie. So, all right. So anyway, here's another one. Dying Oscars trying to save themselves by gaining fan following, letting popular artists, even if non-white, to win, but eventually reveal their anti-sentiments at the end. They made a fool of themselves. The poor girl really wanted her non-English speaking colleague to express himself. He even write a slip of paper for this big moment. She literally screamed, "Stop it, please. That's the reason the new generation don't give a fuck about these outdated paid and scripted award shows." The situation was particularly regrettable considering that Golden became the first K-pop song to receive an Oscar, and its songwriting team included the first Koreans to win Best Original Song. The entire crowd booing loudly as the first Koreans to ever win Best Song get played off the stage so ABC can cut to some commercials. That's the energy for the rest of 2026. That's someone else there. Since some didn't watch, they were booing the award show for playing them off, not the winners. I was shocked and so sad for them. The show was ahead on time and finished 15 full minutes earlier than usual. They didn't have to do that. No. The crowd was booing because the music shut off their speech. Let's see. Academy, do better. First K-pop song wins original song, and you barely let them finish their speech? Turn the damn lights on them. Screw you guys. And he added another part. The ridiculous amount of bits and skits needs to go if we can't let these people be fully acknowledged for their work. Now that I agree with. Get rid of the skits.
Yeah.
Not
really.
well. I don't mind some of the skits, but what I will say is that ABC themselves has too much fucking control over the fucking award ceremony. I don't give a fuck less if you have to go to commercial or not. If someone is fucking speaking, you delay the commercial. Let them fucking speak. Let them fucking have their moment. Let them have their fucking time in the spotlight, because these people did, like Janet said, they did what they did for a year, and they deserve the chance to be spotlighted. They deserve the chance to be celebrated for what they've done. They deserve
Yeah.
the opportunity to speak their minds.
Yeah. Okay, here's some more. They gave the bridesmaids ladies 3 times longer than they needed to and turned the music on and the lights off for the KPDH writers. So messed up. But they have time for all these stupid bits. Bridesmaids took way too much time for no reason. Many netizens also noted that the other acceptance speeches were allowed to go on for much longer and that the show was packed with comedy sketches, with some viewers even suggesting that some of the skits should have been cut short or eliminated altogether if the show organizers were really pressed for time. Now, before I go on, I'm just going to say this. I saw the video when they won the Best Animated Feature. It got cut off as well.
Huh.
I saw it. I watched it. She was trying, I think one of them was trying to thank somebody and they started playing the music. So, all right. The Oscars cutting off
That's
each.
why I never bother with the Academy Awards. It's a pile of bullshit.
Yeah. The Oscars cutting off EJ and the writers not even 1 minute into their acceptance speech is a huge and blatant testament to the racism and favoritism they bestow. This was a huge win for K-pop and Korean communities and they couldn't even give them 3 minutes time. Disgusting.
Yeah, you know what? They cut the speeches down from 10 minutes to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And now they don't even get to 5 minutes.
Yep, let's see. I felt so bad for the guy starting to speak in his second language, which takes guts in front of the world, and they just cut him off and even refused to let him continue. That made me so sad. I felt terribly for that guy. What outrageous disrespect. This after having to sit through an utterly excruciating, unfunny, and overly long 2-part bit from the cast of Bridesmaids. What the actual fuck? Heinous. The absolute disrespect... Oh, go ahead. Okay. The absolute disrespect of the Oscars to cut off the K-pop Demon Hunter speech is wild. Like, it's so dehumanizing. Such poor treatment. Very racist, IMO. They did it to a couple others, but turned it back on. Not for these folks. I would have killed some of the comedy bits to give the winners a chance to speak. Thank Shine. It was so rude. That was so stunningly awful, I teared up. How dehumanizing. It felt really targeted and racist, and I'm sad for them. Now,
Wait, hold on 1 second.
Okay.
I'm actually watching the Golden right now.
Uh-huh. While you're doing that, Lee was finally given a chance to finish his acceptance speech backstage when journalist Hope Sloop, I love the name, Hope Sloop from Decider, asked him and his fellow songwriters if they wanted to do so. Lee and Sonnenblick took the opportunity to thank their families, others involved in making the movie, and its soundtrack, and fans who supported the film. However, the songwriters being robbed of their golden moment on stage wasn't the only time the K-pop Demon Hunters team received unfair treatment that night. Earlier that evening, like I said, when the film scored an Oscar for Best Animated Feature, the show also tried to cut off producer Michelle Wong by playing music while she attempted to speak. Fortunately, in her case, she was allowed to finish her speech, but not before viewers took notice, and I did take notice.
Wow.
Let's see.
You know what? I've always wanted to be. I was always wondering what it would be like to be a star.
Mm-hmm.
And after hearing all this BS, I'm glad just to be poor, pitiful me.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because sometimes it's one of the biggest problems when you are a public figure, you are under a lot of scrutiny. You make one mistake, and it could cost you everything. So let's see. Here's a couple more examples.
I just saw how they cut it off,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't even a fucking. It was just boom.
Yep. Let's see. They let Amy Madigan, a white woman, talk forever to accept her Oscar, but they quickly started the music on the Korean women of K-pop Demon Hunters to get them off the stage. They were sharing how that award was for people who look like them. I'm happy that she held her ground and took her moment. I was more interested in hearing their story than Marion laugh, ramble, and try to find words for something that seemed less monumental for her. And here's another one. Nah, the Oscars cutting off the 2 Korean wins is diabolical. Demon behavior. If you watch the movie.
Well, you want to know something? I think it has to do with a bunch of racist bastards on the committee.
Mm-hmm.
On the committee.
Well, let's.
That's just me. That's just me.
Well, Jan, I'm gonna actually do you one better. Because I'm gonna pull up.
I'm listening to you.
So, racism in the Oscars has been a big problem in the past. So, I'm going to go and get some actual hits on this from Google's AI.
Mm-hmm.
The Oscars have a long documented history of racism and lack of diversity, famously highlighted by the Oscars So White campaign in 15 to 16. Despite recent efforts to diversify membership, criticism persists. Key historical situations that have happened. Hattie McDaniel, the first black black person to win an Oscar in
Wasn't Hattie
1940.
McDaniel in Wasn't Hattie McDaniel in Gone with the Wind?
Yes.
Yes, but let me
Okay.
finish. Was forced
Okay.
to sit at a segregated table at the back of the room. In 2015, there was a second year of no actors of color being nominated.
Mm-hmm.
2023, no black woman has ever won Best Director, and only one non-white woman has won Best Actress. The films like The Woman King were criticized for being overlooked, with Gina Price Bythewood highlighting a lack of recognition for black female talent.
Mm-hmm.
In 2026, while critics noted that while nominations have become more diverse, systemic issues remain, including cutting shorter speeches by minority winners.
Be right back.
The Academy was previously 94% white and 77% male. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
This isn't just a slight issue. This is a problem.
Yeah, it
And
is.
remember several years ago, one of the biggest Oscar moments of history happened, and it only happened because one African American person started talking shit about another African American person.
Oh, yes.
Okay, do I need to remind y'all about the slap heard around the world?
Nope.
Yeah,
Oh,
what you were talking about.
yes.
I do remember that.
What's her name went up and slapped Will Smith in the face.
No, Will
No.
Smith slapped Chris Rock in the face.
Yes. Okay, I just got the
Because-
names backwards.
Yeah.
Because Chris Rock was talking shit about Jada Pinkett Smith.
Right.
But that's one thing. But then we also got to consider back in the 60s. Let me see here, because I know there's one that was really big.
Didn't Sidney Poitier win an Oscar in the 60s? I think he did.
Yes, it was 19 in. There. This is what I'm looking for. At the 1973 Oscars, Native American activist Shaheen Littlefeather declined Best Actor on behalf of Marlon Brando, protesting Hollywood's portrayal of indigenous people.
Mm-hmm.
Reports indicate that John Wayne was furious backstage, having to be restrained from attacking her as she left the stage, which saw a mixed audience reaction of applause and boos. The protest, Littlefeather, representing Brando, who won for The Godfather, delivered a 60-second speech regarding the treatment of Native Americans and the Wounded Knee standoff.
Mm-hmm.
Witnesses and reports stated that Wayne, who was backstage, was furious and security had to restrain him. Littlefeather, after that, was blackballed by the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 2022, the Academy formally apologized to Littlefeather. The problem is, people like John Wayne, okay, if you do a general search, John Wayne
Was in
and
fact racist.
racism,
He was a racist
okay,
himself.
in 1971 interview, Wayne's expressed support for white supremacy pending the education of black individuals, used homophobic slurs when discussing films like Midnight Cowboy, and defended the colonization of Native American lands as survival. While some okay, his son Ethan Wayne defended him. But the fact is, John Wayne, one of Iowa's biggest ever fucking stars.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't even a joke. John Wayne, if you do the research, John Wayne was born in Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I'm going to actually pull it up so I can give you the actual exact stuff. John Wayne was known as Marion Robert Morrison. He was born on May 26, 1907 in Winterset, Iowa. For those that don't know where Winterset is, give me one moment. I'm pulling up my maps.
Okay.
Winterset is in Madison County, Iowa. Let me see here. Yeah, right here. Perfect. And it's... Sorry, I'm doing a quick measurement. Give me one moment. It's about 25 miles southwest of Des Moines. So, yeah. People want to say, oh, he wasn't racist. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. John Wayne was a hardcore racist. And, I mean, personally, a lot of people like him for what he did and his roles and everything. And while he was good at acting and everything, personally, I can never support him because of how racist he was.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Political and social views. Was a prominent conservative Republican, anti-communist, took part in the Motion Picture Alliance for the Preservation of American Ideals. Supported Nixon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was pretty fucking racist.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
He was severely racist.
Yeah. Well, believe it or not, there's still more here. On this story, anyway. Here's some more threads. Bring back EJ and the girls to seal the Han Moon because it was truly diabolical. Those too long, too unfunny bits, and they cut him off dirty. It's nasty. Let them speak. Literally. And they dim the lights. What the fuck? But, given the Academy Awards past controversies, remember hashtag Oscars so white. Perhaps no one should really be surprised that any of this happened to the K-pop Demon Hunters team on Hollywood's biggest night. In fact, it feels sadly reminiscent of the 2020 Oscars, when the lights were prematurely dimmed on the cast and crew of Parasite after that film won Best Picture. It was only when Hollywood A-listers in the audience loudly protested by raising their arms and chanting, "Up, up, up," that the lights turned back on, allowing Parasite executive producer Mikey Lee to give her speech. Okay, and let's see. Golden won Best Original Song at the Oscars, and then their speech was cut short due to corporate greed and of the billionaire oligarchs who control the media. Just like they cut off Parasite Oscar winners, they got backlash for that too, but I guess they really don't care. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Let's see. Making Us Invisible again. Alright, over the past decade, Asians have gone from being a punchline at the Oscars. Remember the time when host Chris Rock brought out a group of Asian kids on stage only to crack a stereotypical joke about Asians, to winning some of the show's most coveted awards. But last night was proof that discrimination against the Asians still very much exists in the most prestigious circles of the American entertainment industry. If Asians aren't mocked and ridiculed, then they're often erased and treated like they don't matter, even in situations where everyone else is allowed to shine. Excuse me. Sorry. Let me drink some water here.
Let me know when we're done with this Oscars, because I actually have a little bit of news that
Okay.
I'd like to get done really quick. 'Cause
Okay.
Actually, this won't take long.
Alright, there's
Shirley.
only one paragraph left. And it's not long. Although the Oscars' botched handling of K-pop Demon Hunters on-stage moments soured the mood for many viewers, it was still a historic night for K-pop, for Korea, and for Asian representation. K-pop Demon Hunters co-director and co-writer Maggie Kang put it so beautifully when she said, "For those of you who look like me, I am so sorry that it took us so long to see us in a movie like this. But it is here, and that means that the next generations don't have to go longing. This is for Korea and for Koreans everywhere." The end.
You want
Right.
to know what they need to do? They need to change the staff that oversees the Oscars. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it's time for some fresh blood. Now go ahead, Mike.
Go. Oh, it's Frodo, not Mike. Go ahead, Frodo.
Oh, who
So-
was it that said they had something to announce?
Frodo.
I thought it was Mike. Go ahead,
No,
Frodo.
it's Frodo.
So, for those of you who are fans of Dungeons and Dragons, the original animated series, episodes 1 through 3, are now available on YouTube at the
Really?
Dungeons and Dragons YouTube channel.
Oh, sweet.
Excellent.
I always did like that tune.
I'm an old school
Here,
dude.
I'll send the link to you guys really quick.
Okay.
Drop it
Yeah.
in Zoom chat. I'll get it later.
Okay.
Oh.
That's cool.
You see this?
So, yeah. So far, it's just episodes 1 through 3 that I'm aware of.
Okay.
But from what they might put out more.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, when I see when I was looking at the fact that the K-pop Demon Hunters kept getting interrupted, it took me back to, you remember Jim Valvano at the ESPYs? You know, he was dying of cancer, and I've always remembered this. I've actually found the transcript. And this is where it gets fun. I talked about my family. My family's so important. People think I have courage. The courage in my family are my wife Pam, my 3 daughters here, Nicole, Jamie, Leanne, my mom, who's right here too. That screen is flashing up there 30 seconds, like I care about that screen right now, huh? I got tumors all over my body. I'm worried about some guy in the back going 30 seconds. You got a lot. Hey, va fa Napoli, buddy. I've never forgotten that. So, it's like, don't you dare interrupt, man. Yeah, but I feel like there are. I mean, who can blame people for being really upset about this? Because if, let's just say, I get the chance to run the Oscars, okay? If I were given the chance, I would say, let's just cut out the comedy skits, do have the songs being performed, have the nominees and such, and let them have their speeches as long as they want. Just leave everything else out of it. Because why do you think they started? Why do you think it's a 4-hour show? If they took all those comedy bits out, it probably lasts maybe 2.
The thing is, though, those comedy bits are just a part of the experience. I don't think that taking them out is actually the smartest idea. Do I think they could be cut down? Yes. Maybe one an hour instead of one every 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. But they're still, because of how the show is programmed, you kind of need those comedy bits to break up the monotony. And I'm not trying to be rude or anything. It's just a simple fact, you know?
Oh yeah. Now, speaking of things crazy, try this. You may have noticed I'm extremely sleepy. Let me explain why. Yesterday it was like 84 degrees. Okay. And then the storms come through about 2 o'clock this morning. Of course, they wake me up. My weather radio goes off a few times, but it's not because of anything in Montgomery proper. It's because I have it set for surrounding counties as well. So, just in case, I know which way it's coming from. But let's just say storms woke me up, and then I had a doctor's appointment at 7 o'clock this morning. When I got to the doctor's office, holy crap, the wind was blowing and the temperature was dropping fast. Because it went from I think it was like 73 degrees at 2 o'clock. It was like 49 when I finished up at the doctor's office and got to work. We're talking about crazy? That's nutty. And then both my older nephew and older niece sent photos and videos with their kids playing in snow. It's like, God damn you, I'm jealous. So that's how crazy the weather got. In fact, yesterday I was looking at the WeatherWise app. This was so weird. A little bit of western Missouri had a snow squall warning, while eastern Missouri had severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings at the same time. That was freaky.
Let me put it to those that don't understand how crazy last night was. Let me just put it in perspective for you. About, I want to say about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. My wife and I are sitting here watching Ryan Hall. Mm-hmm. Tornado warning for this county. 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 This county got upgraded to a confirmed. Tornado warning for this county. Tornado warning for this county. Confirmed here. Just up and down. Just rapid fire. He had no fucking break. He had no chance to actually take a fucking breath. The tornado warnings were coming. Boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. Just so rapid fire. It was nuts. Mm-hmm. Am I wrong, Shirley?
No.
All right. Now here's something. I don't know if it'll be funny. I don't know if it'll be funny, haha, but this makes sense. Here in Alabama, nothing says Alabama weather like repairing storm damage in the snow. That's what Alabama Power is having to do.
Well, here in Cedar Rapids, fortunately, we did not get as big of a blizzard as they were thinking, but we still had 40, 50, 45, 50 mile per hour winds.
Oh yeah.
With snow going, which means that we had a lot of blowing snow.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean that's how crazy the weather is. And of course they had a severe weather threat today in I think New Jersey, Delaware, Maryland. A place you normally wouldn't see that unless like maybe it was the summertime. And now this is where it gets interesting. Virginians had to do something they're not used to doing. Close schools and such. And some other states were actually making fun of them. It's like, hello, we've done that here in Alabama too. Remember April 27, 2011?
Yeah, most of the schools here are out for spring break.
Yeah, ours are too. So.
Kirkwood was supposed to be open, but that was for like staff, I think. But they closed about 10 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, but here, kids are already out for spring break anyway. So.
Yeah.
But all seriousness, when they know the weather's going to be really, really bad, they take the precaution. They'd rather make sure everybody's safe. Now, of course, on March 1st, 2007, it was a difficult situation in Enterprise because, if kids were let out early, they could have been killed by the tornado. There would have been a lot more than the 9 fatalities. But, unfortunately, one wall in the school did collapse, killing 8 of the students. So this was a tough little situation. But, in a lot of cases nowadays, it depends on where you are. When they know there's going to be dangerous weather coming, they're going to close schools for the day because they don't want anybody to be at the school. They'd rather have better be at home, be safe. They can have their plans ready to take cover, no problem. Well, but I saw something. This really irritated me. Let me go back because where is it?
What's on?
Okay, here it is. All right. Meteorologist Jacob Dickey. I follow him. I'm not exactly sure where he is, but but somebody sent him this message. You were wrong again. I didn't get damaged. I'm never listening to another warning again. And he said, this mentality blows my mind. There's a specific group of folks who routinely comment something like this time and time again, even though others got damaged. Like, I'm sorry the tornado didn't blow your house away. I'm sorry you didn't have a tree hit your house. Some of these comments are crazy because I'll see one comment from someone saying that, and the next comment will be from someone saying someone else who experienced damage in the same town. So if this is you, I'm personally using my weather powers to send the tornado to your front door next time so you understand how things work a little better. You're now on my list. Now here's how I respond. I say, good. Huh?
Jan. Also, unmute, Jan. You're muted.
Yeah.
Unmute, Jan. You're muted.
You're muted, Janet.
I guess you can't hear.
There.
No, there.
I found out that James Dickey is a meteorologist at ABC 7 in Fort Myers, Florida.
Okay. It's Jacob, not James.
Jacob Dickey. Yeah. Okay, let me try that over again.
Okay, she muted because she was asking Alexa. That's why.
That makes more sense. Like, I hadn't even noticed.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
Yeah, but this was my response. I said, good grief, I am grateful for no damage to my house. I take every warning very seriously, and I completely understand there does not need to be damage at my house for impact. It takes only one tornado anywhere to create impact.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, and a couple people did agree. They said, I do too. My kids are so tired of being pulled out of the house every time we go into a warning. I sure hope one day they understand. Another person said, good grief. My thoughts exactly. Good grief. And then, hold on, there was somebody else. There it is. Someone else said, whatever happened to you, I'm so thankful we were not impacted and so sorry for those people that were. Because the fact of the matter is you can't tell where a tornado is going to drop.
It goes right back to what I said before, and I'll say it, or I'll repeat it once again.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing predictable about the weather is its fucking unpredictability.
Exactly.
Because it's like you said, you could be here and a tornado could touch down way over here. Or
Yeah,
you could be here, and a tornado could touch down right in your own backyard.
right. Exactly. It just blows my mind that people get upset. I didn't get damage. It's like, do you really want damage at your house? My rule of thumb is this, and I'm going to say it again. I would rather over prepare and nothing happens than not prepare at all and have a disaster.
Yeah, it
Well,
goes down. I'd rather, I'd rather, I'd rather need it. I'd rather have it not need it than
They
need
need
it
it
and
not.
not have it.
Yep.
well, and one thing I'll say is that Ryan Hall has a great statement that he says every time there's severe weather, and I agree with it wholeheartedly. Don't be scared, be prepared. That means, as a storm spotter, and I think I speak for Shirley and Mike when I say this, we would much rather prepare people for the worst possible situation and not need that preparation than not prepare you at all and have a tornado drop on your head and kill everyone in your family.
Yeah.
I mean, serious talk. Our job as storm spotters is ground truth. Our job is to make sure that the National Weather Service knows what's going on. The fact that people, even today, the fact that there are people in this country who are like, oh my God, nothing happened. We all got prepped for nothing. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
You got prepped. You got prepped for the possibility of disaster. You got prepared for the possibility that your roof could have caved in. You got prepared for the possibility that your home could be 400 miles away. You got prepared for the possibility that your entire family could die. But it didn't happen.
I watched a video. It was on the Weather Channel. These people were working in a truck repair shop when the tornado hit. They didn't have any storm shelter, so you know where they sheltered and survived? They dove under one of the trucks. They dove under it, and they survived because they were protected from the tornado.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I think I've seen that
Yeah.
video too.
I think it was on the Weather Channel, and I can't remember.
Yeah. But
I think it had something to do with it was an episode that had to do with the derecho.
oh, okay.
That was the one.
Okay.
Anyway, go on, Frodo.
Uh-oh.
Frodo, go
wrong?
on.
Oh, okay.
I'm done.
No, I thought we lost your audio for a minute.
No, I was just putting my mic in because it was just a little bit far out. But
Oh,
my
okay.
point in everything that I've been saying is, who gives a shit? You got prepared for a possibility. And people always get the weathermen are always wrong. I'd much rather have the weathermen be wrong and save lives than them be right and we have a fucking 15 alarm disaster.
Well, here's a classic example. April 27, 2011, James Spann. He did everything right, but still more than 250 people died that day. And he has carried that ever since.
You know what? I don't think it was James Spann's fault that these people died. I think it was the people who said, oh, nothing's going to happen, and they didn't prepare themselves.
No, Janet. Everybody was prepared. It's just that these tornadoes were extremely powerful, and in a lot of places, there's not really a chance to get underground.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
sorry, I spoke out of turn.
no, that's all right. But I mean, when I was watching him on the Alabama Weather Network all night last night, he said, "Our job is we're going to make sure we don't lose any lives." So.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know he has carried that. And guess what? This year will be the 15th anniversary.
Wow.
So, but yeah. Here's a perfect example of totally being prepared and nothing happened. Hurricane Opal was coming through here in Montgomery in 1995. Okay? Mom and I, we were all set. We have a lot of water. Let's see, we didn't have cell phones back then, but we had plenty of water, flashlights, candles. We were ready to go. The storm came through, and we lost power for a grand total of 1 minute.
Oh, jeez.
That's it. 1 minute.
Because they were ready, they were prepared for power outages, and were able to get the power back up real quick.
No, I mean, seriously, we only lost power for 1 minute, then it came back on its own. We never lost it again. But you know what? That's the example of I'd rather be over-prepared and nothing happens. But some people, it's like, that's not right. A tornado didn't hit my house. It's like, well, you shut up. Be glad it didn't.
What is up with people in the getting pissed off because the EAS and National Weather Service interrupt their football games?
Because they feel like that's more
another thing that
important.
irks
Oh yeah,
the shit out of me.
we've talked about that so many times too. And it's like, I've always said this. I don't care if it's the fucking Iron Bowl. If they've got to interrupt that game for severe weather, I'll do one of two things. Go online or get the highlights later.
Or watch the replay of the game the next day.
Yeah, I guess it
know?
depends what you have, because I know ESPN, I think, did. But seriously, there's more than one way to watch something. There's more than one way to watch a TV show, more than one way to watch a sporting event, more than one way to watch a damn movie. Okay? Go online or get the highlights later. The world's not going to end. Okay?
Some people think it is going to, though.
Yeah. But, I mean, because we've all talked about this. Meteorologists get their damn lives threatened over the fact that they interrupted something. Like, James Spann got a profane-laced tweet from somebody because he interrupted LeBron James's Christmas game for a tornado. A tornado struck the southern Birmingham suburb of Fairfield that night on
I
Christmas.
think that's a little bit more important than LeBron James.
Yeah. And I even tweeted LeBron himself. I didn't expect him to answer back. He never did, but that's okay. But I explained to him, hey, somebody basically gave a profane tweet to James Spann because they were upset that he interrupted your game for a tornado. And I remember somebody else got really upset because there was a tornado warning, I think in Georgia, while I believe the Masters was going on. And some people are like, you do not interrupt Tiger Woods. It's like, look, you can watch it online. There is more than one way. But of course, some people, it's like, no, you can't interrupt the greatest of all time. It's like, I don't care if it's the greatest of all time. The weather here, this is a life-threatening situation. The FCC must allow the stations to interrupt because it's life-saving information.
I tell that to Jack. He pitches a bitch if he's awake in that once a week test comes through.
Yep.
And I have a hard time convincing him
It's a
that
requirement.
it's not the TV station.
Yeah.
It's a requirement from the government.
It's a requirement by the FCC.
Yep.
Well, people want to. People always like. There's people that still complain about. We're talking about the EAS, right?
Mm-hmm.
The problem is, guess what?
What?
Even your radio stations do the EAS.
That's right. That's right. They
I
do
know.
too.
I know. I know.
So for anyone to complain about a weekly test to make sure that emergency preparedness is ready, hey, I got a little suggestion for y'all fucks who don't know
Go to the
why
fly to the
EAS.
moon. Fly
No,
to the moon.
for all you fucks that don't think EAS has a purpose, go on YouTube, do a search for EAS scenario,
Oh yeah.
and watch some of those. So those are the reasons that EAS is active.
Yeah.
Those are the
Are
reasons.
you talking about the fictional EAS scenarios that different people put out?
Yes.
Or are you
Yes.
talking about real tornadoes? I love those scenarios.
Yeah. My
I
The
favorite.
love
thing is, a lot of those are worst case scenarios.
Right.
Situations where where the government needs to get information out to the people like that.
Yep, and I'll give you a perfect example. A great EAS scenario video is called A Winter's Nightmare. That's
Yep.
that's one of the best ones. And you'll
that
see
has to do with a winter storm. Winter storm like what they're having in the Midwest.
no,
and back
no, no,
east.
no, no, no. No. This is a tornado outbreak.
Well, here's another one that I know of that is really good and needs to be watched occasionally. The Fall of America.
Hmm.
It's one by, I think it's YP.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And let me see here. Fall. Yes. No, it's Matt Compton, and there is a second American Civil War one that is YP. It's 3 years old, but
Okay.
still, those are some good ones to watch because guess what? Those are things that happen.
Mm-hmm.
Another great example of when EAS was essential: the 9/11 attacks.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's right.
There's a couple of EAS scenarios. You know what? I don't know how real this would be. How about having a tornado outbreak that hits a nuclear power station?
It can happen.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
can.
they had one. They had one in which a tornado. I think it was either a derecho or a tornado hit the Palo Verde nuclear power station.
Mm-hmm.
And if it happened in reality, I'd be toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it can happen. Shit doesn't realize.
Yeah.
So, a little bit of sports news quickly, Shirley,
Uh-huh.
regarding
Yeah, 2
your
minutes.
favorite
Oh, we go
regarding your
over.
favorite college team.
Uh-oh. I think it has to do with a student getting arrested and then he's been dismissed.
Aiden Holloway has been removed from campus in the wake of his arrest and will not be with the team.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Just goes to show you. Just because you're in college, you think you're on one of the top teams, you're not above the law.
You're like Natalia's brother in that one Bond movie. He probably thought, "I am invincible." He wasn't.
It was felony marijuana charges.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I'm going to say, personal opinion, marijuana should be illegal nationwide. But right now it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm going to bounce out. You finish it, Shirley.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because you are running a little bit long time. Oh, and speaking of March, he will be playing with the basketball team. March Madness is going to be underway starting tomorrow night. So if you got your brackets, like I do here,
You used to do a magician
and
type
tomorrow
bracket
is
during
St.
March
Patrick's Day.
Madness. I remember that.
yeah. Sorry, Mike. Go ahead.
I was saying tomorrow is also St. Patrick's Day.
That's right. Yep. So don't forget to wear green tomorrow too.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got to go dig in my green
And remember,
St. Patrick's Day t-shirt
the
out of the
and
closet.
remember the trivia we had for March. Don't wear orange. You do not wear orange on St. Patrick's Day. So
Why?
I think I'm not sure, but it's like some kind of something to do with it has to do with Ireland. So all right, but anyway, yes, tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. Tomorrow kicks off March Madness, and whew, it's just been a crazy week already. All right, so anyway, for the rest of the week, of course, tomorrow night, Frodo and I will be doing political catch up, and I think we may have found some things that might be worth it tomorrow night. Thursday, I will be streaming Pac-Man. And then on Friday, we're going to do our first game and tech show where, we do like the latest updates on what's going on with tech, what's going on with games. We'll give both Among Us and Trivia a little bit of a break. So.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, alright. So the next thing, here's me, I'm going to do. Let's see, the spring season is very
Get me
tricky.
started,
Ain't that the
lady.
truth? Yeah, well, hey, I'm super sleepy. All right, anyway, here comes the 15-second inning. Hang on, Fuchs.
Fooks? What in the hell is a fook?
It's basically, hello, Fuchs. All right, anyway. Hope you like the show. If you like what you're seeing, hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, share with your friends too. Alright? But anyway, that's it for tonight. So, love, peace, and chicken grease. Have a great night. Sleep well. Stay safe. Frodo and I will see you on tomorrow night for political catch up. I'll be doing Pac-Man, and the rest of us will be here for Game and Tech on Friday. So, peace.
Good night, everyone.
Bye, everyone.